Hello, this is Lori. Thank you for joining me. In today's video, I want to pour the dragon egg jar. Now, this is one of my newer molds that I haven't poured yet, and I showcased this in the video opening new jar molds and stuff or something like that. I will put a link to that video in the description box below. But the first thing I want to do is I'm going to use the Intense Color Shift Chameleon Flakes and brush them on. Now, this is a relatively big mold. It holds approximately 420 milliliters, the base and the lid together. But let's go ahead and start by seeing if we can brush these flakes on. And I want to make sure that when I do, I really burnish them in. Let's see how hard or easy this is going to be. And I don't think I pointed it out. There's like little dragon scales on this. And on this one, there's some dragon scales toward the top and what look like crystals on the bottom. And I may actually use the silver holographic powder on that. We'll see. Let's see how hard or easy these are going to be to brush in. They do make a bit of a mess, but they sure are pretty. And this may take a minute, so I will probably speed it up for you so you don't have to just sit here and watch me brush. Something I want to point out here is I do want to make sure that on the rim here it does go under. So when I'm pouring the resin, that's definitely a place that I'm going to have to really watch for bubbles. Let's go ahead and continue to brush this until we get it all in here. Okay. Look how shiny that is. I don't think it shows up as well on camera as it really is. It is so pretty and shiny. I just want to make sure that it's burnished in real well so that it'll show up just as good on the finished product, just as shiny and pretty. And these flakes are a little bit of a mess. I'm going to move that out of the way for a second. But they sure are pretty. I just don't want to miss any spots. All right, let me get an alcohol wipe and I'm going to try to give this a little thump. clean up the mess, clean off the brush, and then we'll work on the base. Now, it does take a bit of time to get this stuff brushed in, but it's worth it if it turns out as pretty as it looks in there right now. Let's see if I can clean a little bit of that off the edge. And I'm hoping I didn't miss any spots. On the base, let me go ahead and turn it inside out. And if you notice here, I just got stuff everywhere. If you notice here, there's the scales down here, and then what appears to be like crystals up here. I think I'm going to try to do, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try to brush all but the crystals. On the crystals, I think that I am going to use the holographic chrome powders. I think I am going to use the silver. I love the silver holographic. So let me set that out, set it aside, and let's see if we can't go ahead and put some more of these flakes on this part and on the scales. And again, I will speed up the camera for you so you don't have to watch every brush stroke in real time. Well, as you can see, it is shiny and pretty, but definitely a lot more difficult to brush these flakes on than I had anticipated. So I'm going to actually use an alcohol wipe to clean this part off and to clean my messes up here. And then I'm going to actually do this part and this in the metallic silver. As you can see, I made a big mess. Big mess that I need to clean up. But I'm going to get this cleaned off. And then I will come back when I'm ready to brush the silver on. Apparently, at this point, I forgot to turn my mic back on. But as you can see, I have it all cleaned up. I'm going to go ahead and brush it with the metallic silver. And so that you don't have to watch every single brush stroke, I'll speed it up for you a little bit. It seems to be all brushed. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and mix some resin up. And I will be putting the Let's Resin black epoxy paste in it. And then I will meet you back here when we're ready to do the pour. So I'll see you in just a little bit. I mixed 200 milliliters, and what I want to do first, I forgot to mention that I actually used the purple flakes. I mentioned I was going to use flakes, but I didn't tell you what color. I used the purple, and I hope that I have it burnished in enough. I am surprised at how difficult it was to brush the flakes in. If there's an easier way to do it, please share that in the comments below. But I am going to fill this half, give or take, approximately half full. Again, it's because I do use a 1-to-1 and I do not want a flash cure. So let me see if I can get this to where I think it's about half. Maybe a little bit more than that. Originally, I was going to mix 220, and then I started thinking I may actually save a little bit for the doming at the very end. So let me just set this aside. On this one, once I get some of it in there, I'm definitely going to have to do quite a few pinches and stuff because I am concerned about bubbles. Let's go ahead and get some poured in there. I have no idea how full it's going to be. I just don't want a flash cure. Pour a little bit more. Before I do anything else, I'm going to pick it up and squeeze it all the way around the bottom. Kind of squeeze or thump these little crystal looking things because I really don't want bubble pits. Just give it all kinds of squeezes and thumps. I have a little bit left, And because this is mostly hollow up until you get to this part, I hope it's safe to do it in here. I'll pour a little bit in there and a little bit in the lid, and everything should be cool, I hope. I just want to get every little bit out. I sure do make a mess. Get this last little bit in here. And I am going to actually let this set for 2 to 3 hours. Give or take. I mean, I will fill the sides, and once it starts to cool down and I feel like it's safe to do the last pour, then I will do that. And because you know what I'm doing, I'm just backfilling it with the black epoxy paste. I'll do that off camera. Then I'll meet you back here when it's time for the unmolding. See you shortly. Okay, it is time for the unmolding. I think I'm going to start with the lid. And brushing these flakes on was definitely more of a challenge than what I had expected. So if anybody out there has a better way of applying the flakes, please put that down in the comments below. All right, let's see here. I sure hope it's as shiny and pretty as it was when I first brushed it on. Look at that. Look how shiny. And I do see a little bubble pit here. And one here. There's a couple little bubble pits, even though I tried to take my tool down in there. There's the top. Let's see how hard or easy it's going to be to get this off the base of it. I love those flakes. I would love to do the whole thing in the flakes, but they are definitely a challenge. I'm just trying to get it all loosened all the way around, maybe get some air down in it. And see what we end up with. Let's see if I can get it now. All right, let's see what we ended up with here. Turn that back around. And we'll take a look at it. Unfortunately, I missed some spots with the flakes, as well as some of the silver. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look as neat and tidy as I'd hoped. Now, there's the inside. I just love that holographic silver. Let's go ahead and get the lid put on it. It's not bad. Oops, I didn't get the lid all the way on. It's not bad, but I definitely missed a lot of spots with the flakes and the silver. And I'll probably try to do it again, only maybe not with the flakes, unless there's some better way of applying the flakes. But there you have it. I love the inside. I love the holographic silver. But this is the dinosaur dragon egg jar. Let me know what you think of the final project in the comments below. I do want to thank you for watching and ask you to consider hitting the like, share, and if you haven't already, the subscribe buttons. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time. Thanks.